Welcome to my channel, Chemistry Class. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Chemistry Class. My dear student, today we will launch a very important topic that lays the foundation of chemical understanding. My dear student, today our topic is chemical species and its types. My dear student, these are the tiny chemicals particles that take part in every chemical reactions. So let's begin that what is a chemical species? Chemical species, my dear student, a chemical species is any chemical substance or particles that takes part in a chemical reactions or exists independently. My dear student, it includes items, for example, hydrogens, oxygens, sodium, molecules, for example, H2O, O2, CO2, ions, for example, sodium ion, chloride ion, and hydroxyl ion, also electrons, and also radicals, means free radicals like which examples in this in the reactions sodium plus chlorine give sodium ion plus chloride ions. All the particles involved, sodium, chlorine, sodium ion, chloride ions, are chemical species. So, what is an ion? Ions, my dear student, in ions is a charged particles formed by the loss or gain of electrons. Types of ions, there are two types of ions. The first one is cation, have positive charge, also called positive ion, and the second one is anions, have negative charge and also called as negative ions. So the first one is cations or positive ions. My dear student, if an atom loses electrons, it becomes a positive ion or cations. My dear student, it formed by metals losing electrons. Example, and sodium atom loss electrons then forms sodium ions. Similarly, in calcium atoms losses two electrons at form calcium ion. Now, the second type is anions or negative ions. My dear student, if an atom gains electrons, it becomes a negative ions or anions. My dear student, it formed by non-metals gaining electrons. Examples, and greens accepts one electrons or gain one electrons, then it form chloride ion. Similarly, when oxygens gain two electrons, it form O2 minus. Also, note, my dear student, in ions are not neutrals. My dear student, ions are not neutrals. They carry charge due to imbalance of protons and electrons. And second one, ions are essential in ionic bonding. Now, what is molecular ions? Molecular ions, my dear student, a molecular ion is a group of atoms, molecules that carries a net positive or negative charge. My dear student, it is also called a polyatomic ions. It behaves like a single charged unit in a compounds. Examples of molecular ions: hydroxide ions, OH negative, -1 charge, and it is anions. Ammonium NH4 positive have +1 charge, and it is called cations. Similarly, sulfate ion is 4 2 minus have charge -2, and also anions. So, real life examples of molecular ions are in NaOH, the OH negative is a molecular ions. In NH4 whole taken 2 SO4, both NH4 positive and SO4 2 negative are molecular ions. My dear student, these are very important in forming ionic compounds. Now, what is a free radicals? Free radicals? My dear student, a free radical is an atom or group of atoms that has in unpaired electrons, making it highly reactive and unstable. My dear student, atoms usually want their outer shell to be fully paired with electrons. When a bond breaks and one atom gets in unpaired electrons, it becomes a free radicals. This unpaired electrons makes the particle very reactive. Symbol when you strain, it is represented with a dot. Examples: chlorine, free radicals. Now, how free radicals are formed? My dear student, free radicals are mostly formed during homolytic bond fission. The first one, homolytic bond fission. When a covalent bond breaks evenly, each atom gets one electrons. Examples: chlorine molecules. When a covalent bond is breaks, then one electrons gets by each atoms. Both atoms become free radicals. And the second one is radiation or heat. High energy like UV light or heat can break bonds in gases or molecules, creating free radicals. Now, examples of free radicals: chlorines, hydrogens, OH, CH3. Formed chlorines, free radicals formed from chlorine gas. Similarly, hydrogens, free radical formed from hydrogen gas. And OH free radicals is formed from hydrogen peroxide. Similarly, CH3 free radicals formed from organic compounds. My dear student, these radicals can combine with each other or with other atoms to form stable molecules or sometimes cause chain reactions. So, my dear student, that's it for today's class. If this video helped you, then don't forget to like it and subscribe to the channel and also press the bell icons and also share it with your friends, and take care and see you in the next class. Thank you for listening.